Hello. So am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah. So
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, all the participants.
Good afternoon, madam.
Requesting sir to start the session, please.
Thank you, madam. So I'll continue from where I left out. So yeah, let me share my screen. Yeah. Is my screen visible, madam?
Visible, sir. It's visible.
Yeah. Thank you, madam. So I'm starting the Anaconda Navigator. So today I'm right in this session I'll be covering the basics of Python. Okay. So what are the basic things related to Python? So just give me a couple of minutes to load. Yeah, so my Anaconda Navigator has opened. So I'll launch this Jupyter. So I request all the participants also simultaneously you can come along, okay, so that you don't face any difficulty. Okay, so yeah, next thing is I want to go for a new file. So let us go for a new file. So I'll go to new file, Python 3. I want. Yeah. So this is what right our default screen looks like. So this is what we discussed right earlier. Yeah. So first we'll understand the basic concepts of syntax, okay, of the Python, and then we'll definitely go ahead and see what are the things. So one very important right rule in Python is the indentation. Okay. So here in Python we don't have right. Let's say for example in C language, if you take a C language, so in C generally we write main or some function and then open parenthesis, closed parenthesis. Okay, for a loop also we will have open parenthesis and closed parenthesis like this. But whereas if you take the Python, so the closed and open parentheses are not used here. Okay, so here the distinction between the different blocks is actually done with the help of the indentation. Okay, indentation, right? So I'm discussing the Python syntax. So excuse me for the writing. My handwriting is not that great. Okay, so first thing that we are going to discuss is the indentation. So indentation basically refers to the spacing, right? So each block, right? Each block, if you want to separate it from the rest of the code, right? You have to give one tab space, right? From the rest of the code. Okay. So otherwise it will not be considered as a separate block. Okay. For example, let's say you have a loop. Okay. So while, okay, let's say while I'm talking about any C language or something. So while Okay, what you write, you will open some right brackets and you write the code and you close it and you write the rest of the code. Now, the statements that are present inside the while loop, okay, these are actually considered to be separate, okay, considered to be separate with the help of these two parentheses, right? Okay, so whereas in Python, we don't have that, okay? So, right, in Python, okay, we have to use the spaces, right? So how is that? Let's say I'm writing a condition, okay? Let's say if, so, 1 second. One second. Is it again going with this? Okay, there's some distance. Okay, so if, let us say, if I have, okay, a simple if statement, let's say if 5 is greater than, okay, greater than 4. This is the condition I want to test, okay. Okay, if you can see here, so immediately if I press enter, it has gone to down, right? But okay, this the syntax is not this correct, so we have to have a colon here. Now see the difference. Now if I press the colon, so right, we want to write the sentences in the if block, okay. So right, okay, automatically the Python interpreter has created one tab space for this, right, if block, okay. So let's say I'll write print, okay, 5 is greater than 4. So this is very important feature, that's why I'm taking this much time, otherwise I would have gone quickly, okay. Yeah, so now if I run this, right, so because 5 is greater than 4, you have printed this statement, okay. Now let's say in the same block, okay, let's say if I write like this, okay, right, okay, if I write like this, now let's see what happens. See, there is an error, okay. Why this error has come? Because whatever the print statement you have written, right, is not actually indented properly, okay. So it is, just give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so we can see that that is not properly indented. So therefore, always it is important that you give proper spacing. Okay, so spacing in Python basically distinguishes the different blocks. Okay, so this is a important point we have to remember, right? Okay, so next, so every language will have the feasibility to write comments, right? So you want to write something so that it your code becomes usable. So how do you write the comments here? So in Python, we write the comments with the help of, okay, this, right, symbol. Okay, so this is a comment. Okay, so you, even if you execute it, even if you run it, okay, you don't get any output, so just it is indicating a comment. Okay, so in Jupyter, right, we can also convert this. Yeah, 1 second. So let's say I want a heading here. Okay, so in place of, right, code, so let's say basic, I want to keep a heading here. So Jupyter is preferred, okay, Anaconda Jupyter is preferred because of, right, it is also helping us to create right, presentations in while working also. So you just write like this. Okay, now if you put it as a markdown and run this, so see here, it's not taken it as a code, instead it is printed as a, right, a heading. Okay, so you can do this kind of things. Okay, so you have something called as markdown, so this will make it, right, as a heading. Okay, make the cell as a heading, right? So this is what it is. Okay. Yeah. So basically the comments, right? You can write the comments with the help of these things. Okay. Yeah. Next, coming to the variables. Okay. So every data, right? Every language will have certain variables. Okay. Those are required to basically hold data. Okay. So here also, right, in Python also we have, right, variables. Okay. These are the containers for storing data values. Okay. So but here you don't need to, right? The thing with the Python is you don't need to declare the variable and then use it. Okay. Right. As long as soon as you declare it, okay, or as soon as whenever you want to use it, you assign a value, automatically the declaration is done. Okay. So you don't need to explicitly declare and define. Okay. So just giving an assignment of value will itself will create the variable. So let's say a is equal to 10. So a variable a is created. Now let's say I want to print the value of a. So print of a. Okay. So let's see what it does. So a is, right, the value of a is printed. Okay, which is 10. So it is indicating that a is a variable. Okay. Yeah. So these are the things. So there are certain ways, there are certain rules that we have for declaring the variables. Okay. So what are the simple rules? Okay. So first is your variable should, right, and these rules are whatever the naming conventions that we are using. This is, right, to be followed for all kind of objects. So naming conventions. Okay. So first thing is, right, Python is a case sensitive language. Okay. So always remember, Python is a case sensitive language. So uppercase letters and lowercase letters are distinguished differently. Okay. So it is a case sensitive language. Second, right, okay, if you take any name, right, in Python, so the name of, right, name of the variable or name of right, a string or anything should always start with a letter or underscore. Okay. So it should always start with letter or underscore. Okay. We cannot have any other symbol or numbers as the starting letter. Okay. So always start should be done, right, with a letter or underscore. Okay. Then the third point. Okay. So what are the things that are allowed in writing the names? Okay. So you are allowed to write any characters between capital A to small, capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, okay, 0 to 9, right, and the underscore symbol. Okay. So along with except for this, right, no other characters are allowed. Okay. Yeah. So this is the right. So you can use any of these things, right, and then right, you can write the variables in camel sense or Pascal sense or snake sense. I'm not doing it. Okay. So these are the points related to the variable. Okay. So variable is an object where data is held. Okay. Where data is stored. Right. So okay. Yeah. Just a second. Somebody has raised a hand. Just a second. Yeah. Nothing. Nobody's okay. Right. Okay. So data. Okay. So basically, these are the things related to the variables. Okay. And the point you have to understand here is, okay, the point that we are here is, so we don't need to define the data type, or we don't need to declare the variables. Okay. We can use them, right, when and where itself you have its value. Okay. And another point is, you cannot leave, right. Let's say if you are just writing, let's say A, okay, I write just A, okay, and let's say I use this B is equal to A plus C. This will create an error. Okay. Right. So you should, if you are using a variable in any operator or any assignment, the value should be, okay, assigned. Okay. Only then you can use it. Right. So that is the thing related to the variables. Okay. Right. And we can also simultaneously declare, okay, multiple variables in a single statement. Let's say you want to write x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to, let's say, 10. So simultaneously in a single sentence I can give it. Okay. I don't need to write x equal to 10, y is equal to 10, z is equal to 10. Not required. Okay. Directly we can write it in a single sentence. this. Okay, right. Next, so these are the things related to the variables. Okay, yeah. So I hope you are following. I'm giving the basics of Python programming so that anybody who are not aware of the Python programming should also follow. Okay, so yeah, I'll not go in detail, but I'll cover what is required. Okay, what is the basic. Okay, right. Then we have data types. Okay, so what are the data types that are supported in Python? Okay, so Python supports various types of data types. Okay, so first of all, string data types. Okay, str string. Okay, so you can have strings, right? Like this orange. Okay, orange. Okay, apple, etc., etc. So whenever you are writing a string, okay, you can use double quotes or single quote. Okay, right. Okay. Whenever something is written in a double quote or in a single quote, we can the Python takes it as a string. Okay, so Python takes as a string. Let's say, for example, okay, you write x is equal to, okay, let's say orange. Okay, so and run this. Okay, so let me run this. So I'll get nothing, right? So let me print this. Okay, so the print the type of the thing. So type is another function which is helpful for finding out what is the type of thing. So let's say I want to find out what data type this x is. So when I just run it, okay, so you can see that the class is it actually belongs to a string class. Okay, so you have a string class here. Okay, so this is the data type, right? Okay, so type function, we will discuss these functions later. Okay, yeah, so like this. Okay, then we can have, right, numeric types. Okay, so next category is numeric data types. Okay, so numeric data types. So under numeric data types, we can have integer, int, okay, which represents integer, then float, which represents a floating point values, and we also have the provision for complex numbers. So complex, so which is written in the form of a plus jb or a plus bj. Okay, so these are the three types that are possible. So integer data type, okay, where you can give only integer values. Floating point numbers. Okay, so these are the things. So let us see them. Okay, so I'll open the Jupyter notebook. So let's say I have, okay, x is equal to, okay, 10. Okay, so and then I want to print. Okay, so let me take this sentence here. Yeah, so print the type of the x. Let's see what type of x it is. So yeah, this is the right, it is an integer value. Okay, similarly, okay, if I just let's say 10.30, so okay, right, so let's see what is the value of this. So the type will be float. Okay, you can see the type of the variable is float. Okay, yeah, so I hope you're following, right? Yeah, next, if I say, so 100, okay, plus, right, 3j. Okay, so right now let's type. So what is that you get here, it is a complex value. Okay, so in this way you can give complex numbers as well, right? Complex numbers can also be, right, used in the Python. So Python supports these three numeric data types. Okay, so these are the three numeric data types, right? Okay, next, yeah. So next we have the sequence type of data types. So very important topic. So sequence type of data types. Okay, that means you want to store multiple values. Okay, so these are the data types which allows you to store a multiple values, okay, in a single variable. Okay, it's like arrays. Okay, so arrays in other programming languages. So we have four such type of data types. So first one is list. Okay, list type. Second, right, tuple. Third is set, okay, and fourth is dictionary. Okay, so these are the four types of data types we have. Okay, so sequence type of data types means data types which store multiple values. Okay, so we can have list type, tuple type, set, and dictionary. Okay, so let us understand about these things because these are very important, right, when you're studying Python language. Okay, because the data that we generally handle will be of this data type. Okay, yeah. So first of all, if you take the list type, okay, what is a list? List is basically, yeah, list. So what is a list? What is a Python list? Okay, so Python list is basically an array of, right, an array of objects. Okay, so an array of objects. Okay, and the Python list is created with the help of square braces. Okay, square braces, right, and the elements are separated from each other with the help of comma. Okay, so you can have 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, right, so okay, a list, Python list is basically, right, an array that stores multiple values. Okay, right, and if you take a Python list is created with the help of square braces. So when I'm using square braces, okay, we are calling, we are creating a list. Okay, a Python list. Okay, yeah. So the elements, right? Okay, the elements are separated. Each element is separated with the help of a comma. Okay, right. So we can have right different types of items in the list. Okay, so here only, let's say here all the numbers are there. Okay, we can also have a list which can have numeric as well as character data. Let's say, so I have something like this. Okay, 3 comma apple comma 4 comma 2 comma, let's say banana. So we can have mixed, right, types of values or items in a list. Okay, so it is not right, limited to only one type of data set. Okay, right. Now what are the characteristics of the list? Okay, so lists will always be ordered. Okay, list will be always be ordered. That means there is a order, okay, or index value. So this is starting at 0. So Python always starts the index value or order value at 0, not at 1. Okay, so it starts with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so all the items will be ordered. Okay, second, right, so you can change the value of, right, any item. Okay, so let's say, right, I want to change in place of apple, I want to change, let's say, right, cherry. Okay, so I can do that. Okay, I can do it. Okay, how to do that? So here we have an index value assigned to each of the variable, right? So we can access that index value. Let's say x of, okay, so x dot 0, x dot 0 is equal to 3. Okay, x dot 1 is equal to apple. Okay, so this is how it assigns, right? X dot, okay, x dot 2 is equal to 4. Okay, like this. So if I want to say, let's say, change the apple to cherry, then what I have to write? I have to write x dot 1 is equal to, right, in place of apple, I want to write cherry. Okay, so okay, automatically it will be updated. Okay, let us see this. Okay, let us create a list. Okay, and let us work with them. Okay, yeah. So I want to create a list. Okay, let's say I want to create a list having fruits. Okay, so fruits is equal to, okay, so let's say I want to add apple, comma, then banana, right, comma, okay, cherry, comma, let's say watermelon. Okay, yeah. So these are the right right 4 fruits I have taken. So this is my right list now. Okay, so let's print this list. If I print it, so let's see what it happens. Print, fruits. Okay, yeah, let's run this. Yeah, so you can see I have created, right, a variable, okay, a variable called as a list called as fruits that has 4 values. Okay, right. Now, as I said, okay, these are all ordered, right? So if I want to, okay, let's say if I print, okay, see here, so I will print fruits dot, okay, so first value I want to print the first value, print fruits dot 0. So let's run this. Oh, there is another 1 second. Yeah, sorry. One second. Okay, so yeah. Now run it. Okay, so we can see that, right, the fruits of 0 indicates the apple. Okay, whatever spelling we have written. Okay, yeah, so that is right what we are okay, right, what we have. So next, similarly, if I want to change, as I said, I want to change, right, let's say fruits, okay, of 0. Okay, I want to change, right, earlier it was now apple, now I want to change it to cherry. Okay, right. Okay, and now let me print this. Let me print this. Okay, yeah, so we can see that the value is updated. So you can just print the fruits as well. Okay, so print fruits, and let's see what we get. Yeah, we can see that the value of apple is replaced with cherry. Okay, so this is the simple way you can create a list. Okay, this is called a list. List is an array, right, which is created with, okay, the square braces, right? Okay, so list is always ordered. Ordered means there will be an index value assigned to it, okay, to each of the things, right? And then you can access the right, each item with the help of its index value. Okay, index can be 0, 1, 2, 3, right, and so on. Okay, so this is what right, our list is. Okay, yeah. Next, there are certain functions which we can right, do it. Okay, and another thing is, another important property of list is, so list can have duplicate values as well. Okay, so why I'm talking the properties means, see, understand, uh, we have 4 things: list, tuple, okay, list, tuples, and dictionaries, okay, and sets. All these are, right, variables which will store multiple values, but there are slight changes or slight differences between them. Okay, so we need to understand them, right, correctly. Okay, so okay, we need to understand them properly. Okay, so we are talking about the list. List has, okay, list is created with a zip of square braces. Okay, list is ordered, list is changeable, we can change the values of list. That means we can create, delete, or insert new values into the list. And the third that we are talking about is, list can have duplicate values as well. List can also have, right, duplicate values. Okay, that means the same value which can be repeated multiple times. Okay, duplicate values. So let's say, right, I can have, okay, fruits is equal to, right, it's absolutely works if I can have banana or cherry 3 times or 4 times. Okay, absolutely no problem at all. Let's say I'll take the same thing. Yeah, let's say I'll have again the banana. Okay, right, so I already had the banana, now again I'm having it. So let's see, run this. It doesn't produce any error, so means that it's absolutely fine with it. Okay, so this is the thing, right? Yeah, now what are the functions that we can perform on the list? Okay, yeah, so first of all, as we already discussed, okay, one function that we can have is to find out the data type of the variable. Okay, so we can also do the same thing. So we can find the print. Okay, so I want to print the type of fruits. Okay, so what is the data type of the fruits? Okay, so print type of fruits. Okay, so let me see what we will get. Okay, so we'll run. So we can see that this is belonging to the class list. So it is a list data type. Okay, so this is what we have, right? Yeah. And similarly, one more function that we have, okay, one more function we have is the length function. So we can find out the length of the array. So sometimes it is important for us to find the length of the variable. Okay. Yeah. So length is right. Okay. So again, I want to see the output. So print function, we are writing it because we want to see the output. So print length, len. Len is the length. Okay. So length of the variable, that is fruits. So let me run this. So you can see that I have 5 items. So the length of the function is 5. Okay. So this is how we can perform the various operations on a list, right? List function. Okay. Then we can have, let's say, we can add a sub list into another list. Okay, that means we can add one list to another list. Okay, so that is done with the help of a function called as extend function. Okay, so extend function. Let's see that. Okay, so I want a new list. Okay, so new is equal to, okay, I will create another list. Okay, let's say jamun is another fruit. Okay, so I have one list right inside another list. Okay, let's say strawberry. Okay, now these are the 2 fruits that are created under new. Okay, now I want to add this to the new list, to the already list that I have. So fruits is equal to, okay, so fruits, sorry, you don't need to write again, fruits extend. So extend is a function, okay, so which will extend the things with new one. Okay, so let me print the fruits. So print fruit. Yeah, so let us run this code and see what the output gets. Yeah, we can see that the new is added, okay, at the end of the the original list. Okay, so the new fruits were added to the original list. Okay, so extend is a function which is used for create merging or extending a list to the new values with the new values. Okay, yeah, so this is what things. Okay, and in the same way we can also remove. Okay, we can also remove something. Okay, let's say I want to okay, I'll take the same code. Yeah, so in place of extending, okay, now what I want to do is I want to remove. Okay, so remove, okay, remove new, right? So what is new is these 2. Okay, so let me remove this, but this will give error. Let's see why it gives error. Okay, so first we'll run. Yeah, it is giving us error because it is right here we cannot give as a list, so we have to give what we want to remove. Okay, so so what I do is I want to remove banana. So I want to remove banana, and I want to remove, let's say, okay, jamun. Yeah, now run this. The error, okay, let me just run this. Yeah, okay, so yeah, it is taking only one variable at a time. Okay, so yeah, we can remove multiple variables in another way. Okay, yeah, so this is how we can remove. Okay, right, so you can also give the index value as well, right? We can remove the 0th one, or first one or second one, like this. Okay, so one banana will be removed, and observe here, so the banana which is removed is the first one it encounters. Okay, so always the first comes will be the first one that is modified, that may be removed or changed, anything. Okay, so the operation will be performed with the first banana. You are not touching the second banana here. Yeah, So these are the simple operations that we can do it. Okay, we can also delete a complete list. Okay, let's say, so I want to delete the complete function. So let's say delete fruits. Okay. Yeah, so I want to completely delete my fruits. So it is done. Right now, if I try to print fruits, let's see what happens. Yeah, so there is no thing. Okay, so okay, because we have deleted it. Okay, if I, let's say, didn't delete it. Okay, now if I run this, let's see what it will get. Fruit is already deleted, so it is already done. So once it is done, we cannot get it back. Okay, so that's what this thing is. Okay, so this is how you can work on the list. Okay, so list is the data variable which holds multiple values. It is created with square braces. Okay, list is always ordered. Okay, list is always changeable. That is, you can add, remove new values to a list. Okay, and also the three functions we can perform. We can find out the type of the list with the help of type function. We can find out the length of the list with the help of length function. Okay, if I want to add new variables to it, I use extend. Okay, if I want to remove any value, I can use remove method or remove function. Okay, so this is about the list. Okay, yeah, so I hope you are clear with this. Any queries till now? Is it okay, or am I going a little slow or fast? Anything? Okay. Yeah, yeah, let us not okay, so let us continue with this. Okay, so yeah, let's continue with this. So the next thing that we have is the tuples. Okay, so what is a tuple? So first, yeah, what is a tuple and how is it different from list? Okay, so a tuple is also another variable which can store multiple values. So a tuple is also, okay, tuple is a data object which can hold multiple values, same as that of an array. Okay, so it is also can store different data values. Yeah, now how to create a tuple? Okay, so tuple is created with round parenthesis. Okay, so like this, so x is equal to, okay, some value like this. Okay, yeah, this is how you can create a tuple. Okay, yeah, so round basis or closed parenthesis. Okay, so closed parenthesis, if I have a multiple data set with closed parenthesis, we call it as a tuple. Yeah, now how is this tuple different from how is this tuple different from your list? Okay, so how is it different from list? Okay, so what is the difference? Yeah, so the difference is, okay, if you take a tuple, so tuple, let's see the features of tuple. Yeah, firstly, it is also ordered. Okay, it is also ordered. Ordered means, okay, the in the value, the all the items will be given with index values starting from 0. Okay, so you separate all the values with the okay, commas. Let's say this is a tuple, so there will be an index value assigned to each of the item in the tuple. Okay, so this is also ordered starting from 0. Okay, the difference between the tuple and this list is, so tuple is unchangeable. Okay, you cannot add or delete additional atoms to a tuple. Okay, so items items cannot be added or changed. Okay, once after you create a tuple. Okay, so during the creation of the tuple itself, you have to give the values. Okay, so after that we cannot add extra values to a tuple. That is the prime difference between the list and a tuple. Okay, so list is changeable, whereas tuple is unchangeable. You cannot change the values that are present in the tuple. Okay, we cannot extend, we cannot remove, we cannot add extra items to a tuple. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, so we can perform other simple operations. We cannot use extend or remove these things. we can have the length function to find out the length of the tuple. We can also have the type function, okay, so to find out the type of the tuple, and we can access the individual elements by, let's say, x of 0. X of 0 represents, okay, the 0th element in the tuple, okay, like this. So this is the thing, and then you can also access them, right? We can perform these basic operations, okay? So whenever you want to, right, where do you use these tuples, okay? If the lists are there, why should I use the tuples, okay? So tuples are used for storing constant values, okay? So during the execution, if you have any constant values, then those constant values can be, right, stored in the tuple, so that, right, they will not, these constant values cannot get, right, changed, okay? So that's how they are used, okay? So let us see them with the example, okay? So I want to create, let's say, a tuple, okay? So let's say I have a person name, so person1 is equal to some, right? So tuple we use closed parenthesis, okay? So closed parenthesis, let's say I want to give name, so let's say Zahir, then let's say age is 35, okay? So Zahir I have to, because it is a string, I have to put it in, right, quotes, so it is taking as a string. Then let's say I want to give any other numbers, so marks, etc. Let's say 90, okay? So I got 40, 50, like this. So you have created a tuple, okay? Yeah. So this is my tuple. Let's print this tuple. So print of person1. Let me run this code. So yeah, I got this tuple, okay? So understand the difference between this and this, okay? So here list, we are creating it with square braces, okay? And you got something like this, okay? Tuple is in round braces, okay? Now let's say if I want to change the value, okay? Let's see what we will get, okay? So person1 of, okay, I want to say, let's say second element, okay? So second element means 0 is Zahir, 35, 1 is 35, 90 is 2. So I want to change that value 90 to, let's say, 85, okay? So let me see what I will get, okay? Yeah. So run this, so you get an error, okay? You got an error. So if it is a list, okay, we didn't get this error because, right, it takes list values can be changed, but here, right, tuple cannot be changed, okay? So therefore we get this error, okay? So understood, right? Yeah. Now let's see the type function. So we want to find out the type of person1. Yeah. So let me print this. So print of, yeah. So let me run this. So what I'll get the class as tuple, okay? Yeah. So this is how, right, it works, okay? So this is about the tuple, nothing else. Yeah. Now let us quickly go to sets, okay? So what is a set, okay? So first of all, right, set is created, okay? A set is created with the help of flower braces, okay? So set is also, right, as a data type which stores multiple points, okay? So set is also a data type which stores multiple values, okay? We can store multiple values in a single variable, okay? So set always, right, is, okay, done with the help of flower parenthesis, okay? Flower braces. So flower braces is used for, right, defining or creating the, right, things, okay? Yeah. Now, yeah, what are the properties of this, right, sets, okay? So sets are, right, so the features or the properties of sets, if we take, so sets are always, right, unordered, okay? There is no particular ordering in a set, okay? So right, there is no particular order in a set, so always they keep on changing, okay? And then, right, second is you cannot change the values that are present in the, right, set, so they are unchangeable, okay? You cannot change the value of a set, right, or you cannot change the particular, right, thing present in a set. And then third point is there cannot be any duplicate values inside a set, okay? So, right, the set does not take duplicate values. Okay, so it only takes a value once, right? So these are the three properties that are there for a set. Okay, so generally we will not prefer, okay, practically sets, but okay, sometimes it requires, okay, to be using this things. Okay, so these are the three properties by which, okay, a set is distinguished. Okay, set is unordered, unchangeable, and okay, no duplication values, no duplicate values. Okay, so there should not be any duplicate values. Okay, right. So let me just create a set and see what it is. So I want to create a set x is equal to, so we have flower braces, so 1 comma, right, some, let's say Benz comma, okay, so another name, okay, car, like this. Okay, so let's say another value is 5. Okay, so I have got a set like this. Okay, right. Now let me print this. Okay, print this int of x. So let's see what we get. Okay, yeah, so you got a set like this. Now see here again, I'll run this again. Okay, yeah, so we can see that, right, every time I run, right, so there is a change in the values. See, I have given Benz as second, right, car as third, and right, this 5 as here, but it got me in a different order. Okay, right, if I run it again, right, sorry, just run this. Yeah, you can see there will be, yes, here it is not. Okay, but every time you run, right, you will get the order in a different way. Okay, if there are, right, if there are okay, 10 items, you can have any item as a first, so you cannot use the ordering or indexing to access the individual elements. You cannot say x of 0 is equal to this, x of 1 is equal to this, like that. Okay, and we cannot also add or, right, remove any items in the set. Okay, yeah, so that's about the set, right, simple thing. Okay, so whenever you require, right, a constant values, okay, of any order, right, randomly, okay, random constants, then we will go for sets. Otherwise sets are generally not preferred. Okay, okay, next we have the last item that we have is a dictionary. Okay, so what is a dictionary? Yeah, sorry, dictionary. Yeah, so what is a dictionary? Okay, so dictionary is also a similar, right, a data type, a variable which can store multiple values. Okay, so it can store multiple values. Okay, so same as it of right, the items that you have before, that is arrays, okay, list, everything. Okay, list or tuple or anything. Okay, in the same way you have a dictionary also. Okay, now how do you create a dictionary? Okay, dictionary is created with the help of flower braces. Okay, dictionary is also created with the help of a flower basis. But here, right, to distinguish between right, a set and a dictionary, right, there are things. Okay, so in a dictionary, okay, in a set you have only values. Okay, so set is like this, so you have only values written in the set. But whereas in a dictionary there should be two items. Okay, so what are the two items? They should be keys and they should be values. Keys and values, both or should be present. Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Sunil Gupta, sir. Now we have sets are mutable. That means we can add and remove the methods in sets. But earlier, originally sets used to be unmutable. Okay. Earlier, right, sets used to be unmutable. Nowadays, right, in the recent advancements in the language, they have converted into, right, mutable format. Okay, that is changeable format. We have add function, we have update function, we have discard function. Okay, updated, so that we can remove the values of the set as well. Okay, yeah, that's a thing. But generally when you're studying for the first time, it is better to go by the right intuitional methods. Okay, yeah, so if you take a dictionary, in a dictionary, right, we will have Okay, two items. One is a keys, other is values. Okay, so a dictionary will store two items. Okay, so let's say I want to have, let's say like this. So name. Okay, so name. Okay, so let's say some name we're storing Ravi. Okay, let's say, right, comma. Then we'll have, okay, let's say another, right, key, which is roll number. Okay, so let's say roll number is 460. So this is an example, okay, of a thing. Let's say standard, okay, or class or department. Okay, let's say it is ECE. Okay, so in this way we can create a list. Okay, dictionary. Okay, so dictionary, right, is again created with flower basis, but here in a dictionary you will have, right, two things, two items. Okay, keys and values. Okay, so keys are the right ones which we call it as the tokens to access the values. Okay, so these are the things. So dictionary items are, right, actually ordered. Okay, so if you take the features of dictionary or properties of dictionary, so dictionary items are ordered. Okay, they are right, they are ordered and they can be changeable. We can also change the values of the dictionary, right? Okay, and you can access the individual elements of the things with the help of square braces. Okay, so for example, you want to access the name, right? So x of name. Okay, with the token name we can access the value of this. Okay, so in this way we can do the things. Okay, yeah, and there are certain functions that we can perform on the dictionary, right? Okay, first is, right, we can have a clear function. Okay, so clear function, so this will remove, okay, if you give the clear right function, it removes all the elements from the dictionary. Okay, so all elements will be removed from the dictionary using this. Okay, then we can have copy function. Okay, so copy of this will return a copy of the dictionary. Okay, so it will remove it will return a copy, a new copy of dictionary is created. Okay, then this thing. Okay, then you can get a particular value with the help of get function. So get, right, of some value will give us the get of that particular value. Okay, so these are the different functions we can perform. Of course we can apply the length function. Okay, type function, right, these things. So because it is changeable, we can change the value of the right, a particular thing by accessing and changing. Okay, so these are the dictionaries. Okay, so data types, let us see them in the right, Jupyter. Let me go to Jupyter. Yeah, so let me create right, okay, a dictionary. So student. Okay, so I'm creating a dictionary. So name, right, name colon, so I have to give some name. So let's say Ravi is my name. Okay, comma, so I'm giving him roll number. Okay, so is equal to, let's say, says value is 460, comma, right, then branch. Okay, so branch, okay, is equal to, let's say ECE. Okay, and then let's say any other thing, year, so year of study, so another token. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, excuse me for this. Yeah, okay, so year. Okay, I'll have this as let's say fourth year. Okay, so this is my dictionary. So let me print this dictionary and see how it looks. So print student. Yeah, so here we go, we got a dictionary, right, which is having 4 tokens, right, name, roll number, branch, okay, year. Okay, right, now this is how we can create a simple dictionary. Okay, right, now okay, let's see how we can apply the different functions. So first of all, if I apply the type function, So let me check the type of this right variable. So type of student. So we can see that it is a dictionary. Okay, so dict is a right command that I'm getting. So it is indicating that it is a dictionary variable. Okay, yeah. Then now let's say I want to create another, right? st1 is equal to okay. So copy of okay, you want student. Sorry. There's another. One second. Yeah. Student dot copy. Yeah. So I have created okay another dictionary that is right having okay same category as that of student. So let me print this. So print okay st1. Print st1. Yeah. So we can see that the same right student original one is now created. Okay. Right. Now I can change. We tell you that we can change right the value of a particular thing. So let's say so st1 of 0 is equal to okay. So in place of Ravi, I want to change this as Raj. Let's see what we'll get. So yes, so it is changed. Now we can print the st1 and see what we get. Okay. Yeah. So we can. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Here we have changed, but we have not assigned. So let's say st1 is equal to st0. Sorry. st1 of 0 is equal to yes. One second. Yeah. So this is what. Yeah, we have extra added another term here. Okay, so that's what you're getting here, but we can change it. We have added another element into this. Okay, so because this is not properly taken. Okay, yeah, we can apply the other methods, right? So this is how the basically dictionary is about. So the right, you have 4 okay data elements okay to store multiple values. Okay, lists, right? So in summary, I'll summarize it here. So you have list. Okay, so you have list, you have right tuples, you have set, and you have dictionary. Okay, so list is your general purpose. Okay, it is ordered. Okay, you have ordering. Okay, you can access individual elements. It is mutable, that means it is changeable. We can change the values, we can remove it, we can insert, we can delete everything. Okay, all the things, right? Then tuples are also ordered. Okay, they are also ordered, right? And they are immutable, that means you cannot change the values of a tuple after creating it. Okay, then set is unordered. Okay, there is no ordering, right? So until recently it used to be immutable, nowadays it is mutable. Okay, we can change, but we can consider it as a immutable set. And then you have dictionary. So dictionary is ordered. Okay, ordered, right? Changeable. Okay, and here you have in place of one you have a tokens, right? Tokens assigned to each of the value. Okay, so each one of these can be used in different applications for different purposes. Okay, so this is about the different data types which handles multiple variables. Okay, yeah. So any doubt till now? Anything else you would want? Okay, so any queries? Shall I go ahead? because these are basic items. I think not much are required, okay, about this. Yeah, so next let us go to the right, next concept in the syntax. Okay, so right, typecasting. So let us study about something called as typecasting. Yeah, so typecasting is basically an operation where in you're changing the data type of the variable. Okay, so this is especially useful, right, whenever you're taking the input from the user. Okay, so by default, whenever we take the input from the user, okay, so anything which is written inside the right strings, okay, or colons, it will be taken as a string. Okay, so in inverted commas, if you write something in inverted commas, it will be taken as a string. Okay, but sometimes you want to take the numerical values as well, so we have to convert, okay, whatever the value that you get, right, into a integer or a floating point type. Okay, so that's called as typecasting. So changing the right type, data type of a variable, changing the data type of a variable. Okay, so you want to change the data type of a variable. How to do that? So there is no explicit function for this. Okay, so it just, right, okay, you have to just use the function of, right, or the syntax of the data type you want to convert. Okay, for example, I have a, let's say, x is equal to some string. Okay, let's say I have x is equal to 45, something like this. Okay, now I want to convert this into integer. Okay, so let's say, okay, 46 or 45 is there. I want to convert this into, okay, a integer type. Okay, so because it is in strings, it will be taken as because it is in inverted colons, it will be taken as a string. It's not integer here. Okay, now it is a string data, but we want to convert it into integer. So how to do that? Simply just write int of x. Okay, if you write int of x, okay, if you write int of x, okay, so this will convert, right, the variable data type into integer. Similarly, there is float of x. Okay, so float of x, right, will convert the same data type into float. And if you want to convert it into string, so you can write string of x. Okay, so these are the three right ways by which you can convert, okay, a string of data type into, right, other string into other, or other into, right, any data type into other data types. Okay, yeah. So let's work out this in your right Jupyter. So I have, let's say, x is equal to, so I'm using a function called as input. Okay, so this is a function which will take the input from the user. Okay, so enter the x value. Let's say I'm printing like this. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, when I run this, see what happens. So it will ask us to give the x value. Okay, so if I enter, let's say 10. Okay, so x is equal to 10. Yeah, run. Okay, so now the x value is 10. So let me print this. So print x. Okay, if I print the value of x, okay, yeah, okay. Second. It's taking, but it's not giving us. Okay. Yeah, let me use another variable. Okay, y is equal to input. Okay, let's say let's not worry about this. So let's take 45 as the string. So this is a string. Now I want to convert. Okay, so if I print the data type of this, so we are looking at the typecasting. So print type of y. Okay, and this will give me, right, let's see what it gives. The error, the output is actually Let's, yeah, just give me a second. The output is coming, but it's not showing it. Yeah, 1 second. I'll come back. Yeah, okay, right. So I have one variable, I'm taking one variable. So let's say 45 is a string now. Okay, so we can observe that. So let's say print type of X. Let's see what is the type of X. So yeah, so we can see that it is a string variable, right? Now we want, right, to convert this string variable into, right, an integer. Okay, so y is equal to int of X, or you can write int X is equal to X of int of X. Yeah, so let me run this. Okay, and now I will check its type. So all these are basics which are required for us to understand. Okay, yeah, so now we can see that, right, the value of X is converted into integer. Okay, so this is how it is, right? Okay, it looks like. So if I print the value of, okay, so what is the importance of this? Okay, so let's understand. Let's take another variable, y is equal to, okay, so let's say 30. Okay, so yeah. So z is equal to 10, yeah, y is equal to 2, and let me add this. Okay, c is equal to z plus y. Okay, and let me print, okay, c. So what we expect, so basically, right, what we assume that is z is 10, so y is 30, so c should be 40, right? That's what you should assume. But see what's the result is. So the result is, okay, it's treating all these, right, variables 10, 30 as strings. Okay, so it is assuming them as strings. So it is doing the string concatenation. Okay, it's not adding the numbers. Okay, now if I convert them into, okay, let's say z is equal to int of z, right, int of z, okay, and y is equal to int of, okay, y, and now if I add these two, c is equal to z plus y. Okay, and let me print the value of c. Yeah, so now you can see, so we have 10, 30 considered as integers, and the result is added. Okay, so this is very right, sometimes it is very much useful, because whenever you are taking the user input, by default the input function always returns strings. Okay, even if you are asked to enter the numerical value also, that it will be considering it as a string. So always you have to typecast, okay, your input into integer or floating point if numerical data is to be done. Okay, so this is a point regarding this. Okay, right, then yeah, then next we have some right, basic operations with respect to, okay, strings. Okay, so let me okay, so let me take a string, okay, and see what are the operations that we can do on the strings. So let's say x is equal to, I'm giving a string, this is a text. Okay, yeah, so this is a text, simple statement. I'm taking x. Okay, now what are the things that we can assume? Okay, so first, if I print this, let me print this value. So by default, okay, so Python treats the string also as a list. Okay, so string is also treated as a list in a Python. Okay, so a list of characters. So it will assign the indexes to these things. So for example, t, okay, t is taken as 0, h is taken as 1, okay, I is taken as second, third, and so on. Okay, so the string in Python is basically, okay, a character list, okay, a list of characters. So that's what we have to remember. Okay, for example, if I want to replace, let's say, okay, so I have taken this as x, right? So x of 4 is equal to, okay, so what is there in the 4? 4 is 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's say 5. What is there in the 5? In 5 I have I. Okay, so I want to change this I to, let's say, E. Let me run this and print x. Yeah. So, 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Wait, sorry. Okay, so what is the error you're getting? Okay, yeah. So this is your text, right? Okay, and this is the thing that we are getting. Okay, so if I print the x now, right? Okay, this is a text. Okay, right. So we can access the functions. Okay, like this. So the another function that we have is the strip function. Okay, so let me say, so x is equal to, I want to strip. Okay, I want to take a part of the function that I have, okay, of the x. So let's say I want to strip this. Okay, so strip of this. Okay, so let me let me run this. Okay, so now I print x. So print x, let's see what we get. Okay, so yeah, you have done the stripping, but you have given nothing in the argument, so everything is coming as it is. So what I would do is I'll give 0 to 4. Okay, I'll say 0 to 4. Let me run this now. Okay, or just, yeah, this I think Anaconda is okay. Just remove the white spaces. It's actually the version is updated, so it's a little showing the errors. Yeah. Yeah, it actually strip function removes the white spaces from the text. Okay, but it is not working here. Yeah, okay. But yeah, and there is another function that we have, okay, which is x. You can have replace function, so you can replace one character with another character. So let's say x dot replace of, so I want to replace, okay, so I, okay, with p. Okay, so let me run this. Yeah, so now let me print x. Let me print x and see what we get. Yeah, so in place of I, we got p. Okay, so this is how we can replace one function with another, right? One variable with another variable. Okay, right. And then we can also have a split function. So we can split a string into different parts. So let's say, so x is equal to x dot, okay, x dot split. Split is another function that can be used to split, right, variables into different splits. Okay, so split. So let's say I want to split, okay, this based on a space. Okay, so I'll just give space here. Okay, so right, let me say this. So it has worked. Okay, now let us see the result. Print of x. Okay, yeah, so you have, right, earlier you had a single string. Now the string is correct, it is converted into a list having, right, 4, okay, strings. Okay, so you have split them and right, as per the underscore, okay, a spacing, right? So this is how you can split it, right, like this. Okay, then there is another function, okay, which we can write convert. Okay, for example, I have x is equal to, okay, I have a string. This is text, this is the text. So let me run this. So x is there. Now I want to convert this into, right, uppercase. Okay, so let me do that. So x dot upper, okay, upper, okay, function, right? We don't need to give any arguments, and let us print x. So print of x. Okay, yeah, so let us run this. So right, so okay, the entire text is converted into, right, okay, uppercase. Similarly, we can have, right, okay, we can have the all text into lowercase as well. So we can have lower, okay, function, right? So run this. So this is a text. Okay, so in this way you can convert the strings, right, into, okay, uppercase, lowercase, etc. Okay, so these are the basic operations that we can perform on the strings, right? So strings are useful, right, like this. Okay, yeah, and there is one more very important operator that we have. Okay, another very important right operator, which is called as a placeholder. Okay, so for example, right, let's say, okay, let's say, so I have something like this. Okay, so my name is, okay, Zahir. So my age is, okay, 39. So I want, okay, some, right, value to be present in the string. Okay, so and we want, okay, so some x value, let's say some x is there, or x some y is there. Okay, so you want that value to be present here. Okay, so you want the out, right, some data to be placed here. Okay, so how to do that, right? How to do this kind of thing? Okay, so this is done with the help of something called as placeholder. Okay, so what is a placeholder? Placeholder is basically, okay, a set of floor parentheses. So this indicates, this placeholder is like you're telling that we are going to give the value later. Okay, so I don't know what is the value now, but you will be giving the value later. Okay, so how to do this kind of thing? So let's run this. Let's go to the Python. So let's say I have x is equal to 35. Okay, so this is my age. So now I want to combine. Okay, so I have a text. Okay, so that is my name is Zahir. Okay, right, and I am, okay. So instead of writing this, what I do is I'll place the, right, placeholder here. Okay, so I'll place the placeholder here. Yeah, so now next what I do, so I'll go to y is equal to, okay, so we use this particular operation called as text dot format of x. Okay, so this is the function. Okay, right, so let's print y. What, let's see what we will get. Okay, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I have written txt here, and okay, sorry, right. Okay, so this is the thing, right? So in place of this, right, placeholder, the value of x will be returned. Okay, let's say I have, okay, 3 placeholders. Okay, let's say, so and okay, so my roll number, okay, my roll number is, so I will have another placeholder here. Okay, so let me create another roll number. So what is that I'm using? Yeah, anything, I can use anything. Rn is equal to, let's say my roll number, I am writing 460. So now x comma 460. Okay, right. So using the format function, we can replace, right, like this. So this is the thing. Okay, so my number is Zahir. Okay, my name is Zahir and I'm 35. My roll number is 460. Okay, so this is how, okay, you can use, right, the concept of placeholders and the format function. Okay, so text formatting. Okay, so this is the thing related to the syntax. Okay, right. So yeah, am I clear till now? Any queries till now? Yes, any queries? If you have, please ask us. Okay, thank you, thank you for the wonderful words. Right. Okay, I hope you are following. These are all basics of Python programming. Okay, you can practice as long. Okay, right now next, yeah, just a small thing on this. If, for example, we want to write insert, okay, a new line. Okay, so the only thing that I will take in the strings part. Okay, so let's say that, okay, so we want to have, right, the formatting of the text. Okay, so we want insert new lines, okay, or tabs, etc. So for that, okay, so we have some escape characters. So as all of us know, so if, for example, I want to print, right, this on a new line, so what I will use is, I'll use new, right, \n. Okay, so this will, right, print me, okay, on this. Okay, and similarly we have some, okay, we have some escape characters. Okay, so if the text want, if we want the text to be in single quote, so we will use this symbol, okay, for single quote. Okay, and this for double quote. Okay, and this for new line. Okay, so if I use, this is for new line. Okay, and then R for carriage return. Okay, for T, tab button. Okay, tabbing, right? And then if I want to insert a form field, so we can use, right, right, \F. And if you want an octal value to be printed, so we can use, right, 3 O's for octal value. Okay, and if you want, okay, hexa value, so we can use this one. Okay, so these are the things that you can, right, use it. Okay, so let's quickly, just one, I'll take new line. So I am inserting it here, and I want this to be printed with a tab. Okay, let's say T. So let me run this. Yeah, so you can see my, right, my name is Zahir and I'm 35 is gone to the next line, and this is printed with a tab. Okay, so in this way you can use the escape characters. So there are many escape characters as I listed it here. We can use all of them, right? So that is about the string characters. Okay, yeah, next yeah, coming next topic that we have is about the operators. So what are the operators that we have in Python? Okay, so first we'll start with, okay, so first we'll start with arithmetic operators. Okay, so these are simple things, so already known ones. I'll quickly scan them. Okay, so right, plus sign is used for addition. Okay, minus is used for subtraction. Okay, asterisk is used for, right, multiplication. Okay, the right backslash is used for division. Okay, and then percent symbol is used for modulo division. Okay, so, right, these things. And double asterisk is used for exponent. Okay, exponent, right? And double backslash is used for floor division. Floor division means you will get the result as a integer value. Okay, in place of floating point, you will be giving the nearest integer value. Okay, so these are the various arithmetic operations that are supported in the, right, Python. Okay, so let me illustrate all of this with a simple example. So I'll take a is equal to, okay, a is equal to 5. A is equal to 5. Sorry, a is equal to 5. Okay, b is equal to right? 6. Okay, now C is equal to right, A plus B. Okay, so print of C. Let me run this code. So I'm just writing for an addition, so I'll get the value of right like this. Now let me change this subtraction. Okay, so done. Then multiplication, so A asterisk B is multiplication, so we'll get multiplication. Okay, then A division B, so right like this. Okay, so we'll get something like this. Okay, right, then A double division B. So let's understand the difference. So here it is rounded off to the nearest integer. Okay, the nearest integer value is 0. Okay, and then A modulus B, A modulus B. Okay, so modulo division will do the right remainder. Okay, it will give us the reminder. Okay, remainder, and then A double exponent, so power A power B. Okay, so A power B is this. Okay, so these are the simple mathematical operations, arithmetic operations you can perform. Okay, yeah. So next type of operation that we can have, right, is the assignment operators. Okay, so next operators that we have, yeah, next, right, next operators, next set of operators that we have is the assignment operators. So assignment operators, we use the symbol right like this. So these are the different assignment operators. So you are combining basic assignment operator is your equal to symbol. Then you are combining arithmetic and assignment. So this is nothing but A is equal to A plus B like this. So if I write A plus or minus B equal to B, this indicates A is equal to A plus B, A is equal to A minus B, and so on. Okay. So these are the various arithmetic operators that we use. Okay. Then we have comparison operators. Okay, so these are similar to that of many other languages, so I'm not stressing much. Okay, yeah, so comparison operator. Okay, so we have equal to, double equal to, which is checking for the equality of two variables, that is x is equal to y. Okay, so if I want to test x is equal to y, I will use this symbol. Okay, then I have not equal to, okay, which is x not equal to y. Okay, so right, I have greater than, okay, greater than symbol, less than symbol. Okay, so greater than or equal to symbol, and less than or equal to symbol. There's greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay, so these are the right different comparison operators we have. Okay, then logical operators, we can use logical operators as well. So logical conditions can also be checked. We have, right, and, okay, so and operator, okay, or operator, and not operator. Okay, so you can write like this: x is greater than 5 and x is, okay, let's say x is less than 5 and x is less than 10. So you're combining two conditions here. Okay, so x is right less than 5 or x is greater than 3. So you're checking with two different conditions. Okay, so not of x greater than 5. So this is how you can use this logical operators. Okay, so what does the AND operator do? AND operator will produce an output of 1. Okay, so this will produce a logical output, that is 1 or 0. Okay, either the output will be 1 or 0. Okay, 1 or 0. When will you get 1? When, okay, here in this case, if both the conditions are true, then the output will be 1. In this case, if one condition is true, the output is 1. Okay, in this case, the right, if the condition is true, the value will be 0. If the condition is false, the value will be 1. So these are the logical operators we have. Okay, right. So these are the different operators that we have. Okay, there are certain other operators as well, okay, with respect to strings, but those are not required. Okay, yeah, so this is the basic right thing related with the operators and strings. Okay, yeah, so any doubts till now, any queries till now? Okay. Then the last topic that I would like to cover today, and I'll stop, okay, is about the conditional statement. Okay. So conditional statements or control statements in the Python. Okay. So what is the control statement? Okay. So we have, right, three control statement is one in which, right, okay, you verify or you change the control execution with respect to a condition. Okay. You check a condition. If the condition is true, you will execute in one way. If the condition is false, you will execute in another way. That's what it is. Okay. So yeah, let me just check. Okay. Right. So yeah. So we have, right, one very important statement, control statements. These are the if statements. Okay. So we have three types of if statements. So what are the three types? First is simple if statement. So you are checking only one condition. Let's say if A is equal to B, if I check the condition, then I'll have to execute. So the syntax is written like this: if condition, okay, if condition, right, then we'll see the statements. Okay, like this. So if the condition is true, the statements will be executed. Otherwise, the statements will be skipped, and you go to the next execution. Okay, yeah. So this is the simple if, right? If, let us say, okay, if I want to check multiple conditions, then I will go with elif condition. Okay, elif function. What is elif means? It is equal to else if. Okay, so whatever else if functions that we have here, it is shortened as elif. Okay, so what it does is, so it is having structure like this. So if, let's say, you have condition 1, okay, right, you execute it. Okay, if it is true, you execute the statements. Otherwise, okay, you can check for another condition. Let's say I want to check another condition, condition 2, then I'll execute statement 2. Okay, elif, right, okay, we'll have condition 3 in this one. So, right, it's like you're checking for multiple conditions. Okay, if it is true, you'll go for one. If it is false, you'll go for other. Okay, so this is what, right, the else if condition is all about. Okay, and finally, right, okay, you can have else. Okay, the else statement, the last block, the default will be else. You can write the statements here. Okay, so this is the elif function, else if function. If condition 1, elif condition 2, elif condition 3, and so on. Else you write the default statements. Okay, so this is useful for checking the multiple conditions. Okay, right. Then we have the third is we have a shorthand if statement. Okay, so we have a shorthand if statement. Shorthand if. What is the shorthand if is? So it has a syntax like this. Okay, so you have, right, your statement that is to be executed. Okay, statement, right, if condition. Okay, else what is the statement? Okay, so it's like this. Okay, you have A is equal to 20, let's say B is equal to 10, right? So okay, just understand this. So what I want to do is I want to print, okay, A is greater than B. A is greater than B when, if, right, the condition I write is if A is greater than B, else, right? Okay, so I will write print A is less than B. Okay, so in one statement we are, right, okay, writing everything. So this is called a shorthand if. Okay, so if, okay, you first write the statement that you want to execute. If the condition is true, this is your actual condition. So if the condition is true, you will execute this statement. If the condition is false, you will execute this statement. So in one statement you are, right, doing all these things. So this is about the, right, simple if shorthand if statement. Okay, right. So there might be one question. Let's say if I want to check, right, one condition. Okay, let's say if I want to have a, right, I have written like this. So if I don't give anything, okay, I don't know what I want to do. Okay, and I have checked the condition. Okay, so as of now, I don't know, right? Okay, what are the things that if this condition is to be, okay, but we cannot leave this statements block empty. Correct? So we cannot have this block empty. So, right? Okay, so in that case, if I leave this block, if I don't have any statements here, it will give me an error. Okay, so right, in such cases, what we do is, if you don't know what to be executed, still you don't want to get an error, we use something called as a pass block. Okay, so you just write pass. Okay, when I write pass, right, this, okay, will continue with the execution and it will not produce any error. Okay, so this is a very right useful tip when you're doing the program. Okay, so this is the control statement. So if statement, elif statement, okay, right, and statement of the if statement. Yeah, so is this clear? Any doubt in this? Okay, so there are still some of the topics pending. Okay, but I think as the time is running out, so I'm stopping it here. Okay, for today. So tomorrow I will write in the first session. I will start. Okay, I'll discuss a few important topics. Okay, like functions. Okay, classes, objects. Right. So if you want to go for application development, you need to understand the threading as well. So threading, all these concepts we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So before I leave, right, I will just want to give a practice problem for you. So let's say that we want to create we want to create a game. Okay, a dice rolling game. I think many of us know a dice rolling game. Okay, so what here is, okay, so you have, okay, a module, right? You take two inputs, one input from the user. Okay, so user will be giving the input with the help of the input function. Okay, second, we generate a random value with the help of random function. Okay, so random function. Okay, CPU, this is taken as the CPU input. You compare these two. Okay, if the user input is more than the CPU input, okay, then user is the winner. Okay, user will win, otherwise user will lose. Okay, so this is, right, an exercise for you. So try to write the code for this case. So a simple right, dice game. So you take the input from the user, you generate a random number from the CPU input. Okay, then right, compare the user input and the computer input. If user input is more than computer input, you say that, you declare or you print that the user has won, otherwise the user has lost. If they are equal, the game is tied. Okay, so this is what we want. Okay, so try to build right, a simple model for this. Okay, if not, we'll discuss how to do it tomorrow. Okay, so that is it from my side for this session. So if there are any queries, you can come to me, otherwise I'll hand over it to the organizers. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Very nice session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. My
Dear
pleasure.
participants, now I will post the attendance link. Please fill the link and feedback link both in one single Google form. It will be active up to 4 o'clock only. Please fill immediately. Sir, we will meet at 10:30 tomorrow, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks to all the participants for their patience listening. Thank you all.
Dear participants, link is posted in chat box. Please fill before 4 o'clock. After that, it won't accept any responses. Thank you.